Hey viewer, Adriel here, and I'm here to tell you why I pray. First of all, good question, because admittedly, even though I've been a Christian all of my life, up to this very moment, to this very day, I'm still sort of figuring out why I pray. But this is my sort of working definition arrived at so far, and I hope that it can be of use to you. So, the reason why I pray is because I believe that there is a being, an all powerful being, who has created the world, who is sustaining the world, and who has redeemed the world, and and most importantly, is still intimately involved in the affairs of the world on a daily basis. And I pray because I believe in the scriptures, the Bible, and there's many stories of people who have been on the journey of coming to know this God and coming to understand his sort of desires, his sort of reasonings, his sort of just a way of viewing the world and what he wants from us as creation or creatures or whatever you want to call us. And I pray because these many stories show that these people reached out to God through conversation and in the middle of their trials, in the middle of their challenges, in moments when they needed help and wisdom and inspiration. And God responded to them by giving them the strength, giving them the power, giving them the courage, whatever it is that they sort of required in that moment. God provided to them. And I believe that this God is the same God today, and he cares about the affairs of the world, no matter what it looks like, even if things are pretty bleak at certain points. Because on the flip side, there is lots of beauty, there is lots of love and righteous and kind acts done by people on the planet every day, and that is my evidence of the fact that God exists. In addition to the beautiful nature, the trees, the seas, the waterfalls, whatever. And those things for me affirm that God exists, and therefore I can sort of put my faith and trust that when I pray, it is indeed heard by someone. And for me, prayer is a very, very calming and reassuring practice, because there are moments when my mind is just overwhelmed and overcome by just anxious thoughts and thoughts about what I need to do and how I failed and this and that and the other. But when I find the time to pray, when I take the advice and I pray, I find that when I'm finished, and even while I'm doing it, my mind is settled, I'm calmed, I'm more peaceful, and what seemed like previously impossible scenarios and situations are suddenly possible. I'm hopeful, and I have the perspective, a new perspective, to maybe go try something different or try something again. And whereas if I had not prayed, I would have been stuck in that same, stuck in a dead end basically. And so prayer calms me. Now this doesn't mean that I always pray or pray as much as I should, but I know the power of prayer, or I felt it, and it seems to be a pretty convicting sort of feeling, that there is power in prayer. Another way I pray, and I guess why I pray too, is I keep a sort of a running dialogue going with God throughout the day. So that even the moments when I can't bring myself to pray in a traditional way, where I get on my knees and find a quiet corner, I basically try to involve God in whatever is going on ahead of me or around me. So as I'm driving or I'm walking somewhere or I'm doing some sort of task, and I feel some frustration building, I'll say, come on, God, help me with this, or God, or and I feel that God does understand those and does classify that as sort of prayer as well, and hears and answers them. So it's not always frustration, but sometimes it's also thanks, like, yeah, God, this is great. So I deliberately try to involve him in that way, and I find also that it works to give me peace and works to give me assurance that I'm not alone in that particular trial or struggle. And maybe this is something that you can do if you're not doing it already. So I hope that what I've shared about prayer for me will be of inspiration and help for your journey, and make you a better prayer person. Yeah, thank you.